Start with what I'm playing. Vox has 3 new lines of guitars. They're called the 33, the 55, and the outside we have the 77. The difference between the 3 is that the 33 is a solid body, 2 pickups that have a humbucker and single coil switch, normal tone, normal volume, 3-way switch, with the same electronics as the Virage, their top guitar, with the aluminum bridge, the aluminum tuners, and the new coax pickups from Vox. They come in 4 different wood styles: maple, ash, mahogany, and maple ash combination. Okay, and the 55, the difference between the 33 and the 55, the 33 has 1 individual switch for single coil humbucker for both. The 55 has 2, and it has an extra feature. The 55, the 77, and the Virage have this feature. Both has 1 switch per pickup. Each pickup gives you 3 different combinations. You have humbucker, P90, and single coil. Yeah, and that's all you need right there, and the 3-way toggle. They're all contoured to fit the player's body, as opposed to other guitars. When you look at it, it has a shape that wraps around your body. Very nice, very comfortable guitars, especially for guitar players like me that plays Stratocaster. It really fits well. Okay, moving on. Let's start over here with the Vox D5. I'll bring the cable with me, it'll make it easier to show them. The first amp you're looking at is a little 4-watt Vox. Pretty loud amp for 4 watts. Then you can switch it to 1 watt. And you can switch it to half a watt, so you can play in your apartment without bothering your neighbors. You have full distortion on it too. Okay. You can play it without a speaker cabinet because it has a built-in speaker, or you can buy the additional cabinet, or you can buy an extra 412 big cabinet and run it through. The next one we have is the Vox Night Train. Was released last year. It has a lot of great features. I'll run through them really quick for you. You have 2 modes. You have triode and pentode. The triode is a little lighter sounding. Pentode is a little louder. You have different distortion options with it. For example, in the triode, all you gotta do is turn up the gain. Pentode, a little louder. And if you need extra distortion, for example, in the triode, you have a little switch here that goes from bright to thick, gives you a bit more. When you add the pentode, it goes crazy. So, a really nice, small, crazy amplifier. Next up,
Night Train.
the Night Train, yes, the Night Train. Vox Night Train. Next series are the AC15 and AC30. We have 2 types of AC30s. We have the AC30cc and the AC30ccx. The difference between these 2 is the speakers. In the AC30cc, we have Celestion Greenback 25 watts. And in the CCX, we have the Blue Bulldogs. The prices on these are, for the AC30cc, 799 euros, 3. And for the Bulldogs, for the CCX, it's 1250. 1250 euros. Lots of great features that are not found in the older models. For example, you have high and low for the normal channel and high and low for the top boost channel, and you can bridge them like an old Marshall Plexi to get extra kick. We found the same thing, or we find the same thing over here. We have a tone control for the reverb. That is something new, where you can change the color of your tone after you set your regular tone. So it is separate from your EQ. It's an additional feature. I'll show it to you here real quick with the amp that my partner and I, the other demo partner and I, have nicely called the Pirate, because it sounds very aggressive, very mean sounding amplifier. Let me try to keep the volume down a little bit so I don't kill anybody. It's a very loud amp, very loud. This is with the reverb on. It's a real reverb. It's not digital, and I can prove it by doing this. It's a real spring reverb.
It's nice test.
And yeah, what can I say? You have for the top boost channel, you have your volume, your treble and your bass, and a tone cut. If you want to make it brighter or darker sounding, I usually leave mine right at 12 o'clock. It's perfect sound. And the normal channel, you have your volume. Great amp. They're very loud. I can show you how loud they go if you would like. Give you a 2-second demonstration of how loud it'll get. I'm going to the top boost channel. This is the volume. This is the master volume at 12 o'clock. So
No.
it's not all the way. Ready? So, if you need to rock and somebody has a Marshall, just bring your volume with you. It's just as loud. So, and last but not least, we have the new series called the VR or Valve Reactor series, based on the same technology that they use for the Tone Lab series pedals. It uses the same case as the regular AC30s. The only difference is that this amplifier has a transistor front, but the power section has a 12AX7 tube that gives it that characteristic of a tube amp. I personally have to admit that when they first told me about this amplifier and that I had to show it, I was very skeptical. I was, why is Vox doing this? You know, why do they need to ruin a perfectly good AC30 by turning it into something else? Well, I have to say that I'm really convinced about this amp, and let me show you why. I'll give you the clean channel first. Kick. It has 3 channels. It has your normal clean channel with its own equalizer. Then you have the second channel is an overdrive 1. It's called the OD1, overdrive 1. Also with its own equalizer. And then for those kids who like to play more music like Slayer and Megadeth and Metallica, we have the overdrive 2 channel. And I'll show you real quick. Here's the channel 1, clean. This is the overdrive 1. It cleans up really nice. This is the one feature that I really like about this amp. It cleans up, which is very unusual for a transistor amp. And like I said, for those kids that like the heavy music, you go to overdrive 2 and you get your nice and it is also just as loud as the AC30. Yeah, there you go. Cool shit. And yeah, definitely. And this is the new Vox AC30 VR. Excellent amp. The street price on this amplifier, believe it or not, is 499 euros. So this amp, more than likely, is going to end up one of the most used, one of the most bought, and one of the most popular amps, probably in the next 4 to 5 years, because you cannot find anything else like it in the market. And last but not least, I'm going to show you my little friend here. The AGA150 acoustic amplifier. It is a 150 watt acoustic amplifier that has its 2 dedicated channels for microphone or for guitar. Each channel also has phantom power. If you would like to use a condenser microphone, you can basically be your own band. It has also built-in reverb, digital reverb, and it also has chorus. Let me show you really quick without a chorus and with a chorus. Like I said, it's 150 watts. It's a very loud amplifier. It has a 6-inch speaker plus a tweeter, separate. Also very versatile amp. I wanted to try it with a microphone, but we've been unable to get a microphone so I can run it through it. But with a guitar, it's perfect. Very responsive. And also, the new box acoustic guitar. This is also very new. This is featured for the first time here in Germany.
Nice finish.
Very nice finish, very interesting colors also. We have a variety of colors. You can see them outside in the corner when you walk out this way. We have about 4 or 5 of them sitting there with the different shapes and different colors. If you were not here yesterday, then this for you will be the first time you will see this pedal. It's not out yet. You're looking at actually one of only 2 in existence right now. Both prototypes. It is an overdrive pedal based on the Joe Satriani series known as a saturator. Come on. So I'm going clean so you can hear the difference. That's an amplifier clean with a saturator. On Joe's pedals, old vintage pedals, TS808 and TS9 that he has. He wanted both, so we gave him both. It's one pedal. Yeah, it's one pedal with a switch, vintage and modern. The vintage is a TS808 sound, a little darker. And the modern, a little brighter. Feature, it has the same more button as a saturator. Gives you 14 dBs extra volume for when you get to that part when you gotta play your awesome solo. And the one thing that I pointed out to everybody that has not been pointed out yet, the fact that it's ultra quiet with the more on and the pedal on. Let me show you. That's both the tone, the top boost all the way up, and the master value all the way up. You can barely hear that pedal. I mean, and it's extremely, so there you go. So you get the idea. And that is the Ice 9 with nice blue LEDs on the white box. Should be in the street soon. The street price is going to be, believe it or not, 119 euros. So people that use the TS808 or the TS9 that pay over 160 euros will be very upset when this comes out. Because it uses actual germanium diodes. The same ones that you find in the TS808. The exact same ones. And we're going to be selling it for 119. And you get two in one. And that's it, the Joe Satriani IS9 from Box.